Hello everybody, this is Johnny21 and welcome back to another Minecraft Snapshot video. Today, 20w21a was released for the Java edition of Minecraft, and the first little change that you will notice if you are playing the Snapshot and boot up the game is that there is this new Mojang Studios logo. They teased this earlier on in the week, and now they've added it to the game, so when you boot up the game or change your resource packs like I'm doing here, you'll get this brand new Mojang Studios logo. If you have a keen eye for detail, they've also changed the title ever so slightly. See, I wouldn't have noticed this if they didn't point it out. There's also been some changes to Redstone Dust. Now, when you right-click the Redstone Dust, it will then go back to the original dot form, so you can have it in the dot or the cross form by simply just right-clicking the Redstone Dust. In dot form, when it's powered, it won't power blocks around it. However, when it's in cross form, it will power the blocks around it. So it will power this redstone lamp if it's a cross. But if it's just a dot, it won't power it. So it's not powering it now, but as a cross, it will power it. And now we're going to move on to perhaps the biggest change in this snapshot, and that is the bringing back of the support for custom worlds. Now, as you can see behind me, we have this like really wacky kind of end island type terrain with like plains biomes on them, and this is a custom world. This is in fact the floating island custom world. So if I go to my title screen, and then if I go to single player and then create new world, and then you go more world options, you will see that you have the world type of default, which of course is normal, the super flat, which of course has been in the game for ages, large biomes, which is pretty normal, amplified, which is normal, and then you've got single biome, which is the replacement for buffet, and then you have world type caves, which basically creates a kind of sort of infinite like underground ravine type thing, but it's more open, I guess, and floating islands. Now, floating islands and caves are the two new custom worlds that are now supported in this snapshot. Other new features that come with this support for new custom worlds is the ability to import JSON files, and you can also go to any previous world you've had. Like this one, I was experimenting with world generation. I was using an ice spikes biome kind of floating islands thing. You can go to edit, and then you can go to export world generation settings, and then you'll get a JSON file which will be stored in your Minecraft saves folder. And then you can go ahead and go to more world options, import settings, and then you can pick that file from your like Minecraft saves, and it will import that exact world, and you should be able to play it. But note that this feature is very experimental, so any like kind of worlds you take from previous versions of Minecraft may not work in this. It's like a very experimental thing at the moment. They've said that better support will come in future snapshots. So if you're planning on doing a survival world in one of these custom worlds, I would advise waiting a couple of weeks for it to become more stable. They've also added some commands. So there is now a new disabled chat command, which will disable the receiving and sending of chats online. So if you're on a server, you can disable the chat. There's also a disable multiplayer command, which will disable multiplayer, which is kind of self-explanatory. There's also been some changes to fishing. Lily pads are now considered junk rather than treasure. So now luck of the sea will not increase your chances of getting lily pads from fishing. Now moving on to changes in the Nether. If you throw a gold ingot at a piglin and it starts admiring it, it will not move around. See, previously they would move around, but now they won't move around anymore. And also, if you hand them a gold ingot to barter with, and they're admiring it, if you hit them, the gold ingot will disappear. There's also been some changes to Basalt deltas, and they've now added more ore spawns inside them. So this is to balance against the amount of netherrack they have in this biome. So this is meant to reduce the amount of netherrack that spawns in this biome. So now you should get nether gold ore and nether quartz ore spawning more often in the Basalt Delta biome. I think there's also been some changes to commands. Now when you use the /locate command, all the names will now be specified in lowercase. There's also been some changes to the spread players command. you can now specify the height you want the spread to, as well as like the distance in the X direction. So like the horizontal distance and the vertical distance can now be changed. There is also a new sound effect for when foxes teleport. So previously, if you fed them a chorus fruit and you have subtitles on, it would give you the subtitle player teleports, but now there is an actual sound event for when a fox teleports. There's also been a bug fix for when vindicators would not attack you when they got really close to you. This has now been fixed. So as you may remember, there was a bug fix, I think it was in 20w21a, in which now mobs cannot spawn on blocks with a wither rose on them. Now, this meant that wither skeletons couldn't actually spawn with wither roses either, which of course is intended because they kind of go together. And this has kind of been a bug fix of a bug fix, I guess, which now wither skeletons will spawn on blocks with wither roses. And as always, there's loads more bug fixes than the ones I mentioned in this video, and they are on the website and on the page for this snapshot, which is 20w21a. And that just about wraps up this snapshot. So if you enjoyed it and it was informative, please leave a like. And if you're new here and you want to keep up to date with Minecraft news, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're notified when I release a new video. But as always, this has been Johnny201, and I shall see you later.